Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation, and today we continue the Ravnica saga and it's time to Gruul. Smash, smash, smash. And it's not just me, it's also the thing that is in the pre-release from Ravnica Legends. Smash, smash, smash. So, the Gruul. What are the Gruul? Well, as you can tell, even though the red is kind of dirty there, is green and red. And green and red, in the Gate Crash pre-release, by the way, stands for, you can say that it's like texture of wood. So, what are the Gruul? They are actually referred to as the guild that is not a guild most of the times, right? So they are kind of, the Gruul are kind of have a shitty treatment. The letter of invitation says everything that you need to know. There you go. Profit. So the Gruul are basically, they have like a shitty treatment in my opinion. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, like first they are referred as not a guild, although they were established at the same time as the other guilds. So what happens is that it feels a lot like whoever doesn't fit in the others goes to the Gruul, but the thing is that it is not like that really, because the Gruul are outside of the city because they defend the nature. But Golgari, the green aspect of Golgari is more of a life and death kind of thing, and not so much nature, but the nature part of the circle of like life and death and reanimating corpses, because black. Simic is about adapting and improving and all that, and Selesnya is more about nature as it is, perfect balance of nature, etc. But Golgari is, since it has red on it, Golgari, no, Gruul, since Gruul has red on it, is all about give us back nature, right? Like they're very primal and brutal, as you can see by the letter of invitation, which basically says, yeah, we destroy things and not much, which I love it. I think it's an amazing detail. It's very brutal, everything. And well, long story short, their leader is Borborygmos. Borborygmos is pretty much this person here, so he's a big cyclops, and you can see that the whole thing here is to eat people and destroy houses or something. So their whole thing is about defending nature and stopping the expansion of the other guilds and buildings, right? So the other green-oriented guilds like Selesnya and Simic kind of took over a little bit of what Gruul are supposed to stand by. So they're basically the beast part of it. When Nicol Bolas attacked Ravnica, the leader changed for this kid called Dombri or something, and then whatever, and then Borborygmos is back, and Borborygmos is the leader still. However, there is this thing that is that they kind of retreated outside of the city, and that's it. Like they helped defending Ravnica against Nicol Bolas, and then they disappeared. So with the Gruul, that makes 3 guilds that disappeared. So you have the Dimir that disappeared, or that's what they want you to think. You have the Golgari, which died, or that's what they want you to think because of the Phyrexian invasion. So these are the most recent deaths because of Phyrexian invasion, because Dimir disappeared way before that, and the Gruul disappeared pretty much after the War of the Spark. So, but that's the thing. Did they disappear, or are they just in the wilds, right? Like they can just, because there is this balance with the Gruul. Sometimes they're offensive, sometimes they are defensive. And when they are offensive, that means that they come down from wherever they are and they destroy everything. When they are defensive, it's just that the other clans or guilds try to expand and they just defend and ravage everything. I think that the reason why they are disappeared is because the other guilds haven't tried to expand that much into the wild, and that's why they are kind of cool. But I don't know. Let's see. I don't think that the Gruul are going to fit very well into Cattle of Manor, but who knows? So, the Gruul clans. We are Gruul, warriors to the core. As we crush these achievements, we make our mark wherever we want. The other guilds, small and brittle. Their blood shall provide the ink. Now, when you use a blood rush ability, say when you fight one Gruul, you fight all Gruul. Use 2 blood rush abilities during one attack. Control a single creature with any of the 2 following: haste, trample, death touch, first strike, or double strike. Control a creature with power 8 or greater. Win a match against an opponent of a different guild. High five a fellow Gruul member. Attend a guild meeting with other Gruul members. End the game by dealing damage with a multicolored creature or spell. Cast or destroy a legendary creature. Deal damage to an opponent with a key rune. And activate 2 abilities of a guild mage of any guild in the same turn. Name and make it official. Choose your guild affiliation at placewalkerspoints.com. Continue the battle for your guild. Fight at night magic. So, a Gruul sticker, which is actually kind of cool, and the multicolor, which is also appreciated. Now, a D20 for Gate Crash, and who better for Gate Crash than the Gate Crashers themselves? Red and green, not bad. And then the boosters and the thematic boosters. So you have Rubble Hulk, which I believe is the most appropriate Gruul card ever, and the boosters from Gate Crash, each of them featuring the respective 5 guilds that are featured in this second part, that is Gate Crash. So let's see the thematic booster. Again, Rubble Hulk, 26th of January 2013, and Rubble Hulk's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. It has Blood Rush. For 1 red and 1 green, discard Rubble Hulk. Target attacking creature gets +X until the end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. Then Gruul Guildgate, which, as you can see, enter and leave the shackles of society behind. So the Unabomber, and a Sylvan Primordial as the included rare, which for 5 and 2 green, reach 6/8 that says when Sylvan Primordial enters the battlefield, for each opponent destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, search your library for a forest card and put that card onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. A Gruul Charm. Love it. Choose 1. Creatures without flying can't block this turn, or gain control of all permanents you own. Or Gruul Charm deals 3 damage to each creature with flying. Not Gruul, then die. Borborygmos. Cinder Elemental. Crown Ceratok. Pit Fight. Act of Treason. Skyblinder Staff. Scorchwalker, which really feels like a Ragnos card. Scab Clan Charger, Primal Visitation, Foundry Street Denizen, Wildwood Rebirth, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. In Ravnica, there are maladies far more difficult to treat than death. Structural Collapse, the Gruul holiday of Rauk Chol always ends the same way. And Slaughterhorn, the Orzhov clergy will never cross its path, but sending Thrall couriers to do so is cheap and entertaining. And now, for the boosters themselves. Now, as a reminder, please remember that back in the day, more than 10 years ago, the pre-releases, which as you can see were a lot more, crafty and interesting, didn't have They weren't like draft boosters. It was just boosters because we didn't have two types of boosters, which I guess we don't have anymore either. We didn't have play boosters, but we didn't have collector boosters or anything. We just had boosters, and you could draft with them. So massive raid, night watch, contaminated ground, greenside watcha, Kingpin's Pet is from Orzhov. Yeah, Orzhov. Hydroform, Simic. Sky Knight Legionnaire, Boros. Paranoid Delusions, Dimir. Act of Treason. Dimir Charm, love it. And I love that the charm is not so much a charm, is the roof of a building. So just, I love it. The flavor in Magic sometimes. Crackling Perimeter. Orzhov Kirun. And Breeding Pool, which is a shockland. So money right there, baby. Breeding Pool. Add green or blue to your mana pool. So it's a Simic one. And there's a battlefield, pay 2 life if you don't enter stabbed. Uncharted Depths, Unbounded Hopes, Unfathomable Mysteries. So there is that. Immortal Servitude in foil. Ooh, double money, baby. For X and either 3 white or 3 black or whatever. Return each creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield, which is very, very good. A island, or an island, I guess, and a Orzhov Spirit. That's also an ad for an event deck. Next booster. I already explained this in a previous video, but in case you're new, to this, Shocklands are just very valuable in terms of gameplay and also money, because they are basically dual lands with the fast. For F's sake. This is what happens when you try to be too careful. I was just grabbing them like this, and then this happened. So this may be out of order. Bear with me. Crocanura. The Shocklands are very valuable because the cost that you pay for them to enter untapped is minimal. So it's 2 points of life, which in normal Magic is very cheap, but in Commander is ultra cheap, and that's why people are loving it. Shamble Shark. It's a Shamble Shark, sorry. Beacon Apparition. So it's going to be anticlimactic because the order of the cards is shambled, and I apologize for that. Mortus Strider. That's Approach. Balustrade Spy. A Horror. It's a Dimir Horror, by the way. Nice. A lot of the tokens are also double flavored. And on the back is an ad. All things Magic, all one place. MagicTheGathering.com. I don't mind public ads as long as you give me a token or lore. Gruul Kirun, appropriate because we're in Gruul territory. Looks like Blanca. It is Blanca. You can't take me away from this horse. Rapid Hybridization. Actually, I did it in order, pretty much. Small Elemental. Not bad. And the rare of this pack is Angelic Skirmisher for 4 and 2 white. Is a 4/4 angel that says it has flying, of course, and at the beginning of each combat, choose First Strike, Vigilance, or Lifelink. Creatures you control gain that ability until the end of turn. Not bad. A Keen Mind wields an army as a deft hand wields a sword. And a place. Booster número 3. I'm trying my best to open as a proper human, but not happening. This is what you get from the Boros booster. and sadness, pretty much. Gutter Skulk, Kingpin's Pet. Try saying Kingpin's Pet 3 times fast. Mortal Strider, Sky Games, Slate Street Ruffian, Orzhov Guildgate. Enter to find wealth, security, and eternal life for just small price up in front. Adaptive Snapjaw, Bomber Corps, Midnight Recovery, 1000 Lashes, Orzhov, or Catholic, whichever. Urban Evolution, Guardian of the Gateless. Guardian of the Gateless can block any number of creatures. Whenever Guardian of the Gateless blocks, it gets +1/+1 for the other turn for each creature it's blocking. Not bad. It's a shame that it's a 4 and 1 white for a 3/3 with flying, but hey. Ooh, and the rare one is Simic Manipulator. For 1 and 2 blue, is a mutant wizard that is a 0/1, and it has Evolve. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power of toughness than this creature, +1/+1. And you can tap it, remove 1 or more +1/+1 counters from Simic Manipulator, and gain control of target creature with power less than or equal to the number of +1/+1 counters removed this way. Not bad. A foil Spell Rupture. Nice looking card. Kind of weird, that arm placement. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Like water, mana will drain from an inferior vessel. Jalan Tusk, Simic, Force Mage. A forest and some lore about the Boros in the Boros booster. Coincidence? Aurelia, the new guildmaster of the Boros Legion, is committed to victory for her guild. The Angel has mobilized the Boros with military zeal, intent on marching into Ravnica's streets and enforcing her fervent vision of order, and earn Planeswalker points for your guild, planeswalkerpoints.com. I encourage you to go visit that site. Next. You can see the glue and the drama and how I almost did it and I had to, oh damn it. There you go. Oh, not perfect. Not my worst work either. Aerial Maneuver, Basilica Screecher, Shamble Shark, Primal Visitation, Adaptive Snapjaw, Syndicate Enforcer, Skimbrand Goblin, Simic Guildgate. Enter and comprehend the perfection of orchestrated life. Basilica Guards, Ember Beast, Frenzied Tiling. This is a Gruul card. Is it contraptions pollute our lands, burn them down, kill the makers, cleanse the earth? Murder Investigation? Hey, like the next set! Every death has a web of consequences. Our job is to find the spider. Gruul Charm, appropriate. Mind Grind is the rare of this booster. Each opponent reveals cards from the top of his or her library until he or she reveals excellent cards. Then puts all cards revealed this way into his or her graveyard. X can be 0. Okay, X is the mana cost. Sorry, I had a blank there because I was like, where do I define the X? Okay. Very demure. Forest and Booster Draft is one of the most popular limited formats. And your Friday night destination. And now, oops. The life of a person with OCD. Don't laugh at us. We are suffering. There you go. Or something. Cloudfin Raptor. Predator's Report. Skyknight Legionnaire. Boros Paranoid Delusions. Dimir. Prophetic Prism. When Prophetic Prism enters the battlefield, draw a card. You pay 1 and tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So it's kind of useful, but it's useless. Hordes of Guildgate. Oh, there you go, totally lost. Feeblepooth had always hated crowds. Put target non-permanent on top of its owner library. Thematically, is mechanically fitting, is super cool, but the most important thing is that emblematic art, we finally have the name of the homunculus. The homunculus? Homunculi? Yeah, homunculi is plural. So it has to be homunculus. Homunculus? Homunculus, right? Homunculus? Homunculus? Damn. I said it so many times that it lost meaning. Okay, so Philipith is right there. Assault Griffin. Skybinder Staff. Different equipment. Skin brand Goblin, and it's a Gruul. These Gruul skin runners discern whether their patterns evoke street ley lines or both. You have 4 days. Viscopa Guildmage. Ripscale Predator. I have an interior movie. In case, sorry, I just got like a lapsus because Ripscale Predator, I got an interior movie theater. That was the joke. In case you don't recognize the joke, I encourage you to look for interior crocodile alligator on YouTube. You're welcome. Gateway Shade. And the rare one is Foundry Champion, which is kind of meh. For 4, 1 red, 1 white. It's a 4/4 that the enter the battlefield effect is kind of good, but then the extra abilities is kind of meh. So there is that. A mountain. And life evolves in strange ways in a Simic Combine, where researchers grow hybridized monsters until they grow to biolabs. Choose your guild. Guilds of Ravnica. Game night every night. Magic Online. I hope. So, this was the Gruul. I hope that you liked it. Let me know down below. Rhythm and rhymes. Let me know down below. Are you a Gruul player? If you're a Gruul player, just comment with Gruul Smash because I'm not expecting anything more from you. I'm just joking. But yeah, just comment Gruul Smash. That will be great. No, but in all honesty, do you like playing Gruul? Do you hate Gruul players? What do you think about these guilds? Do they resonate with you? Do you think they make sense? Do you think that they are kind of displaced, or their purpose kind of overlaps with Celestia, for example, but just the methods differ? I don't know. Let me know. After all, they are the guild that isn't considered a guild. And don't forget that we have a playlist here in the corner with all the other guilds, right? Because we're doing the Return to Ravnica, baby, and proper Ravnica, not the thing that we are the remaster thing that is like iffy. But yeah, I hope you had a great time. Looking forward for your comments. This has been PAX and Recreation. See you next time. Bye.